Mm. Welcome to practice. We're going to begin standing today with the feet underneath the feet. And find your long spine and the feeling of spaciousness around your heart. Your arms relax. Gently wiggle your head from side to side. And check in and see how your neck feels. And let your head balance. Connect to the flow of the breath. Notice if you're shifting weight around your feet. All down. Feel the weight into your feet. Heels, the outside arches of the feet, balls of the feet, toes. Feeling the structure beneath you, in turn supported by the earth. Flow of breath. And at the same time, we're supported each by the earth, connected by the breath. Mm. We're going to squat down, and if it was problematic for your knees to squat more than a little bend in the knees, then just go as far as your knees are comfortably strong with. So feel like your legs are working. If you can squat closer to the floor, just let your heels come off the floor, however that works. Good. And then we're going to try and press the heels downward and lift the torso up. Good. And feel again your feet, hip width parallel. So we've been working on our squats with wider feet, but we've got the parallel feet here, so it's going to be a little harder to get the heels on the floor for some. Certainly for me. I'm going to turn sideways and show you. We're going to do that again. When you squat down, be aware of your weight, your center of gravity in the heavier part of your body, the pelvis, behind the heels a little. Try and put that back behind the heels. And then come up onto the balls of the feet and the center of the gravity shifts forward. Good. And then I want you to rock a little bit forward and back. So if you're not sitting down on your haunches, you've just got your knees bent, you can still rock your feet. Feel the weight transfer front to back of the feet, and also what that feels like in your legs as you do that. All right, rock the heels back, take the torso, the center of gravity back, and try to press down through the heels, even if they're not connected to the floor, and come up. And it should feel pretty powerful in the legs. And we're back on our parallel hip width feet. Check in if that action created tension in the rest of the body. So again, relax your shoulders, waggle your head a little bit, find your breath. So we're going to approach that again, but very calmly. Think about the shift in body weight as you bend your knee. Try to keep it back over the heels to start with. Let it shift forward as you balance in your squat. Let it shift back, using your legs as evenly as you can when you come up. Good. Let's take the arms up as well. Good. And we're going to keep a calm flow, exploring that center of gravity as we squat to the best of our knees' ability and without hurting the knees. Might just be a little way. Play around with keeping the center of gravity back, over the heels, even letting it rock forward, really giving your toes a stretch. Try to get the heels down, arms up. Okay, so if you're really struggling with your squatting, you can take your feet wider and your toes out. If you're enjoying this exploration, keep them hip width, but you might be able to put your knees out to get your heels down further. We're squatting again. Rocking back and forth, trying to stretch your toes, trying to get your heels on the floor. Even trying for heels on the floor behind you, knees on the floor in front of you. I'm touching the floor to help with my balance. And then pressing the heels down, try to have the center of gravity back as you lift up, feeling strong in your legs. Beautiful, arms up. And we're going to do one more. Nice calm approach where the neck is relaxed. Good. And be playful. Try and get your knees on the floor in front, your heels on the floor behind. The knees can come out wide if you need. Good. To come up, press the heels down, try and connect them to the floor. Nice work. And Tadasana. Beautiful. Right foot just out in front a little bit. Put the ball of the foot on the floor. So you've got bring the knee as far forward as you can. You've got a nice big stretch in your feet. And we're going to do circles with the right knee around the ankle. And we're trying to mobilize the ankle. Let your upper body move in a way that just feels like a natural counterbalance, where your shoulders feel relaxed. The movement of the spine feels supported. Other direction. Nice work. Release that one. Bring the left foot forward a little bit, right up onto the ball of the foot. So bring the knee as far forward as you can. So you've got the biggest stretch you can for your toes. Good. And then circle around that ball of the foot with the knee. And let the upper body move in a natural counterbalance. Feeling the spine, the core, the shoulders relax. Spine and the core aren't relaxed, they're working. The shoulders are relaxed. Neck is relaxed, the other direction. Beautiful. All right, feet are nicely warmed up. Come to the front of your mat. You don't need anything else on your mat. A chair handy if you find that useful for balance. Feet under the hips. It's Tadasana. Feeling that calming connection to the breath, to the ground. But let's reach up. Arms up, Urdhva Hastasana, looking up. Thumbs reach back, small fingers reach up. Beautiful. So that there's an active back bend shape. And now keeping that as you come into your forward bend. Reach too far forward, just enough to start feeling a stretch in the back of the leg. Keeping your calm connection to the breath by waggling your head again and see that you're still relaxed in your neck. Feel the bones of the spine embedding forward. Even lift the breastbone so that you can see further forward. Let the weight shift more into the front of the feet. Feel the back of the legs stretch. Lift the sit bone. Try to get the leg a little straighter. And lift the quadriceps. And find that calm connection to the breath. And start to rock a little bit forward and back over the feet. There's a calm inquiry into the stretch of the leg, the groundedness of the feet. Good. And then bend your knees and roll up. Find the whole length of your body from the floor to the fingertips, the lift of the ribs, to looking up in the direction of the sky. And Tadasana. And again, Urdhva Hastasana, looking up. Uttanasana. Curious movement to find the best stretch for your leg, the most easeful lengthening of the spine. Calmly connected to your breath. Good. And we're going to put the hands down on the floor. And you can either try little steps or wiggle your feet back, however you can get your feet to move. And you might even try little tiny hops, little bunny hops, until you get your feet back towards downward facing dog pose. Stretch your hands out wide, your fingers out wide, and let your head just hang down. And again, with calm curiosity, you open the chest towards the front of the leg. Let the head just hang down. Try rocking the heels down towards the floor and then lifting them a little. Keep going with that movement. So the leg bend as you do that. The heels press down and then you lift up onto the balls of the feet. The knees are bent. Press the heels down. Rocking forward onto the balls of the feet, knees are bent. Pressing the heel. Knees are starting to head almost towards the floor. Pressing the heel. Feeling the flow of your breath. Good. Press the heels. And either walk the feet forward or you can try your little bunny hops. But get your feet closer to the front of the mat until you run out of room. And then rolling. Arms up. Looking up. Beautiful. And then Tadasana. Find the front of your mat again. Finding your feet. Swaying to center. The length of the spine, the ease of the shoulders. Arms up, Urdhva Hastasana. Uttanasana. Let's try rocking forward and back a little bit on the feet and bending and straightening the legs. So as you rock back, straighten them. As you rock forward, bend the knee, lift the breastbone. Keep the back of the neck long. If it squashes, feels like it squashes the back of the neck to look forward, just let the head hang down, but lift the breast. Good. We're going to take the left foot back. Try to have your left heel on the floor. Great. We're going to bend the front leg so the stretch is not so intense, but do press the back heel and try to lengthen your rib forward over your front leg. Bring your left hand down onto the inside of your right leg and your right hand onto your sacrum. We're going to rock forward and back on that front foot, so bending and straightening the front leg. Keep the back heel anchored. Take a calm approach, even though that stretch can be very intense. More curious than pushy. Calm curiosity. Try holding the stretch as much as your leg wants to stretch. Holding strong and firm. Good. And we're going to turn the ribs now to look to the right side. If you can get a nice turn in the ribs, maybe it feels okay in your right shoulder to take the arm straight up. Otherwise, leave the hands on your face. Okay, now a little bit tricky now. We're going to try and keep the arms where they are, so reaching out from the heart. Press into the feet, really feel the strength of the legs and lift the torso. So we keep looking to the right side. The torso is turned to the right. And straighten your legs. Feel firm. Good. Now keep the arms as they are, reaching from the heart and come back into that reverse Trikonasana. So left hand down, right arm up. The front leg, it bends as you need to, but we're aiming to feel the intense stretch. Release your right arm back. We're going to step forward. Lift the left leg in front so that we're balancing on the right. Bring your hands in front of your heart. Good. Bring the arms out from the heart, from the shoulders, so reach the arms out to the side. If you can keep your left toes off the floor, do so, otherwise touch them to the floor. And let's turn the torso to that right side again. Good, and then back to the front. And release. Nice work. Tadasana. Waggle your head a little. Release your neck and shoulders. But feel the flow of breath, connection to the floor, the earth, reaching up, arms up, skyward. Beautiful. Uttanasana. Right foot back and press your right heel down to the floor. We want to try and anchor that foot to have a distance that stretches the right leg but keeps the heel on. And start to rock gently on the front foot so that the leg straightens and bends and the weight shifts from the front of the foot to the heel. Lift the breastbone. Feel the spine embedding into the front of the torso. So the back of the neck is relaxed as you do this. Intense leg stretch. Being curious rather than pushy. Find the most stretch that your leg can hold and still feel firm, powerful. Good. And then bring the right hand on the floor inside your left foot. Left hand onto your hip. Start to turn your ribs to the left side. Feel that the rib cage is reaching along the thigh away from the pelvis. Oh. See if you can turn your left ribs back a little more. The heart starts to shine upward, outward. And take your left arm. Now we want to really feel the connection of our feet to the floor. Strong legs. Lift the torso and keep the arms reaching out from the heart. Reach the left arm back. So we're turning the torso to the left side. Looking over the left shoulder. Nice work. And then we're going to take the right hand back down. So we come back into our posture. You might need to bend the left leg. But holding firm. Beautiful. Bring the left arm forward. Step forward. Lift up and balance. Bring the arms out from the shoulders. So the right tiptoes are off the floor or just touching the floor. You might be lifting the leg higher. And now we're going to turn the torso to the left. As far as you can, reach the left arm back. Good, and then back to Tadasana. Feel the length of the spine, strong leg, easy neck, easy shoulders. Calm connection to the breath. Inhale, arms up. Urdhva earthward and skyward. Let yourself take up space. Uttanasana. You can take your little hops or little steps, however it feels good to get your feet to the back of the mat. Try to get your heels down if you're taking little steps. Take the knees gently to the floor, elbows to the floor. Tuck the toes under and lift the knees just off the floor, looking forward. Wow, feel the bone of the spine moving towards the chest lengthening and lifting. Good, release the knees to the floor and arms beside you into child pose. Find that calm connection to the breath. Arms all the way forward, forward virasana. Shoulders broad, neck relaxed. Good. Lift up, take your knees back further, keep them hip width. And then we're going to bring the chest towards the floor. So the hips are in the air now, not touching the heels, and they're lined up over the knee. Maybe your forehead reaches the floor. Good. And then walk the knees forward so you can tuck your toes under, back into downward facing dog pose. And little steps or jumps, feet forward towards the front of the mat. Feels like a nice way. Use your feet. And then roll. Urdhva Uttanasana. Okay, at the front of the mat, Tadasana, Urdhva Uttanasana. Connection to the breath. Curious, kind connection to the body. Left leg is going to step back a long way, and we're going to line up the center of the left foot inner arch with the right heel. Keep the right leg bent. Lift up and put your right elbow on your right knee, your left hand on your left hip. And we want to keep lifting the torso and the hip until you get your hip in the same plane as your feet. So the right heel lines up with the center of the left foot inner arch, so the feet are in one line. We try to get that left hip in the same line. And start to bend your right knee. But feel the lift of the core of the body, the internal muscular support, pelvic floor, the length of the spine. We've been working on this turn of the ribs in the practice. So feeling the heart shining outward, upward, left rib back, right rib forward, looking up. And then reach your left arm by your left ear. We're going to lift the torso and come into warrior two, Virabhadrasana 2. The torso lifts, arms reach out from the shoulders. Reach back with your left hand. Your left ribs are looking over your right hip. Let the hips drop, but the pelvic floor lift. The lower front abdomen lift. And from here, we're going to step forward, balance on the right foot, and bring the left foot in front. And take a balance hold. Shoulders relax. Even waggle your head a little bit, relax your neck. Finding your calm connection to the breath. Good. Now we're going to take the left knee out to the left side, right arm out from the right shoulder. Good. And then release that side. Tadasana. Feet under the hip. Well done. Even if you wobbled, building all of that strength and reflex, agility, feeling and enjoying 2 feet on the floor here. Aligned, parallel, hip width. Inhale, Alta. And as you exhale, Uttanasana. Big step back with the right foot. Lining up your right inner arch with the left heel. Good. We're going to bring the left elbow onto the left knee, right hand onto the right hip, and start to roll your torso back. And we're trying to find that position where the right hip is in the same plane as the feet. Bend your left leg. Feel the internal muscular support, the pelvic floor, the lower front abdomen. Good, and then reach your right arm by your right ear. Really lengthen the right side of the body. Strong, like powerful connection to the core of the body. And then lift your torso, reach your arms out from your shoulders, Virabhadrasana 2. Reach the right arm back, the right ribs back. Drop the hips, lift the pelvic floor. Strong leg. Okay, powerfully stepping forward to balance on the left leg. Bring the right leg in front. Take a hold. That might be hands still in front of the heart, toes on the floor. But take the right knee out to the right side. The right leg goes out right. Left arm reaches out left. Feel the lift of your spine. Even try and waggle your head and relax your neck. Might make you wobble. Wobbling is brilliant. Bring the foot back. Tadasana. And we're going to use our squatting practice to try and sit down without using the hands, or sit in a way that feels wide and doable. So exploring that flexibility for that last little bit where it feels difficult. Really focusing on your feet. All right. Sitting onto your blanket, so you've got a little bit of forward of the pelvis. And let's make some circles of the rib cage, the lower rib, the diaphragm. Got it. Around the pelvis. And we're going to keep them at the same level to the floor. Yep, the lower rib. And then the other direction. And there's a calm approach to movement. Sometimes we lose sight of that, taking a calmer approach, or I do, when it's something tricky like balancing on one leg. Good. And then coming back to center. And side to side, just put your left hand down on the floor and reach your right arm overhead. And let your body reach, even if it's a nice big curve, as far as feels good. Especially for your right kidney, right rib, that lift the heart. Good. And then the other side. It's reaching as far as feels good. Again, you can wiggle around a little bit and find the stretch that really feels releasing and nourishing. Good. And then back to center. And then we're going to spinal wave forward and back. Finding that calm and supple movement of each joint, even the neck. And the other direction. Does that make sense? So we tune into that wave-like movement and then laying down. With the breath, I've got legs bent and feet. With the breath, pressing the lower back. Inhaling and lifting the lower back and letting the belly. Exhaling, pressing the lower back. You might feel the belly hollow, a gentle massage to the gut. Inhaling, lower back, lifting, belly roll. Good. And then we'll take the arms out from the shoulders and bring the inside edges of the feet together. And with the breath, as you exhale, knees go left and look right. Inhale and squeeze the belly towards the spine. We're going to lift the legs. Exhale. Knees go right, looking left. Inhale and squeeze the belly to the spine at the same time. Legs lift up. Exhale. Knees go left, looking over the right shoulder. Inhaling, squeeze the belly to the spine. Looking left, and then knees go right. Boom. Hug the knees into your chest and rock a little bit across the pelvis from side to side. Hold the knees in close to the shoulders. Dorsiflex your feet. You could even take happy baby pose here. That feels good. Feeling the belly breathing and relaxing. Feeling the spine supported. Connected by the support, the structure beneath you, the earth. Each breath connecting us to each other and every other living being on the planet. Good, and then release. You could lay out for your own shavasana from here. Or if, like me, you need to be rolling over to your right side, coming up to sitting. Hands in front of your heart. Feeling the flow of your breath. That into the flow of the day. Namaste.